Good day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the burst mode against Super Saiyan Gotenks, or sorry, explosive chain battle against Super Saiyan Gotenks, and we're going to take a look at how you can get a pretty decent score. So Martian Power, Heavenly Events, and Battle Wits are the three categories that are sufficient here. Super Buu characters and Piccolo characters will be the ones that you're going to want to be aiming for. And then, of course, just in terms of everything else, I think that it's a pretty decent stage. I think overall it's a stage that's fairly consistent, it's fairly strong, it's quite decent. So yeah, I would say overall it's a pretty reliable, pretty decent stage. The missions are straightforward. Most players shouldn't realistically struggle with these, or understanding them. Obviously 100 million is quite challenging. But yeah, so you're going to obviously want to complete the missions, the primary or the hardest one being scoring 100 million score, which obviously can be quite difficult depending on how you find things. So you're going to be facing on Super Saiyan Gotenks, and yeah, to cut a long story short, the roster here is not too bad. You have some pretty decent selections. I think the All Piccolo team works fine on the Super side. And then on the extreme side, you're mainly going to be focusing on just using Super Buu characters, which is obviously going to be pretty straightforward. Try to always prioritize the units that have red. So similarly on the extreme side, try not to have Buu Hans or Buu Tankses or things like that. Obviously you can use them to fill up the slot, but generally speaking you're going to want the units that only have the red sparkle, as this is going to be the absolute best one for them to have. So yeah, beyond that though, that covers pretty much everything you need to know, at least about the advantageous characters. On the extreme side, it's going to be mainly Super Buus, which you can cover with the best ones that are going to be used for attackers, and connectors we'll be chatting about shortly. But yeah, pretty straightforward stuff. Now the next best thing to do is obviously to proceed into the stage itself. Here what you're going to want, or beforehand, you can always check other people and take a look at how they've set things up, just in case you want some feedback, or you want to take a look at just how other people have set up to succeed. So you can always take a look at that. Of course, that should be able to be pretty accessible and something that can help you. But yeah, obviously after that, once you're ready, you're going to want to proceed to your stage so that you can take things on and try and get the highest score possible. So if you go to the explosive chain battle and you click start, you'll be able to select your attacker. Here you're going to want to choose Super Buu, or alternatively a Piccolo that has red sparkles. I would suggest a unit that you have rainbowed. That's always the best solution. For me, it's going to be Tech Super Buu, ideally Tech Super Buu, Strength Super Buu, or alternatively the new LR Super Buu or Physical Piccolo. Those are going to be your top tier choices in terms of attacker, so that's all I can really suggest. But yeah, otherwise, supporters focus on having as many Piccolos with red sparkles as possible, and then choose your best Piccolo with red sparkles as your connector, ideally one that has decent links. Remember, you can check your scores and your links just to see how well you're connecting, but these aren't the only indicator that you have. Obviously, these are just a generic indicator. They don't guarantee success. They're just kind of there as solid success, or an indicator of success. The various hidden potentials of your units, etc., will matter a lot more basically than just having these scores. If all the units have low ESAs and no hidden potential, then you're not going to do well either way. Once you have selected your units, you're then going to want to proceed to the stage. Here what you can do is you can slow things down to 1x speed if you want to. That generally does help you out a little bit at least, or at least more so than if you don't. And then yeah, basically beyond that, I would say it is a fairly straightforward system from there. To be honest with you, it's quite straightforward. Basically choose 3 Piccolos, ideally, those are going to be the best, or alternatively you can go with Super Buus, but I suggest going with Piccolo It's just a lot easier to get the links right and not accidentally pick a Gotenks or a Buhan or a Bukalo, or whichever one. But yeah, once you've done that, then basically you will get a pretty decent score. Hopefully, if you don't get any luck, it's fine. Try again later. The speed at which you choose the units is important, so either familiarize yourself with the units, or you can use the screen lock technique, which I always link in the top right hand corner. But yeah, that is basically it. Hopefully that helps you guys in terms of what to do for this chain battle. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, take care, stay safe, and bye.